Good morning, students. And in this class, as I told you in the last class, we are going to see how to rig a biped character. Biped means B-I-P-E-D. Biped character means a two-legged character, okay, which is skeleton structure is similar to that of a human, right? Like this. And for animals, it is a quadruped. Quad means 4, so it is a quadruped rig. For human beings, it is referred as biped rig. So before we start rigging a biped character, we know the step-by-step process from where to start, then where to end. Initially, we used to start with setting bones, joints, then constraints, parenting, skinning, controller curves, and all these things. So the first step is to give proper bone structure. Okay, for that we need to have some understanding of human skeleton structure. Say for example, you are seeing a skeleton structure in my screen, right? In this skeleton structure, we can see technical names of each and every bone. I mean, it is a biological name. Okay, say for example, you can see the thigh bone. This thigh bone, excuse me, this thigh bone, it is referred in the name as femur, F-E-M-U-R, femur. And you can see the collarbone. Okay, the collarbone, it is marked in the blue color. It is referred in the name as clavicle, C-L-A-V-I-C-L-E. Okay, and the chest bones, right? The chest area, it is referred as ribs, R-I-B-S, right? And the head, the topmost part of the head, it is called as skull, and the jaw, it is called as mandible. Okay, now what is the problem we going to face when we are going to rig? First thing, in any rig which we use for animation, there won't be this kind of technical or biological names given for the controller curves. All of you know very well, the controller curves are the final point of reach. Okay, because we are not going to reach or touch the joints or bones or IK handles or constraints, right? So even you can remember in our last class, we have done rig for the lamp. For the lamp, we have given head control or top control, something like that. Why are we using easy English? It is because there is no need for these technical terms to confuse an animator, right? If I want to give a controller curve for the leg. Simply I can give the name for the controller curve as left leg control. There is no need for me to give all these technical terms you can see here: meta, tarsus, phalanges, and all these things, right? We don't need to replicate these names. Instead, we are going to replace these technical names with the easy English terms. Say for example, here they are saying it as lumbar vertebrae. Okay, but we are going to give name for this kind of joints as abs. Okay, because it is a stomach, it is a lower abs, upper ab. Okay, then the rib we are going to split into two, like chest 1, chest 2, then neck, then head, head 1, head 2, head end. Likewise, we are going to give simple naming. We are going to give shoulder, elbow, wrist, palm, and fingers. That's all. And also we are not going to create these many number of joints. You can see my mouse pointer. You can see from the hip how many joints are there towards the skull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it just keep on going till here. See, practically when we are animating, we don't need these many joints, because if this many controllers are given, it will be confusing for an animator to select which control to keep the pose. So basically we can split this part into 4. Okay, this is the hip or root joint. From there, abs for stomach, then chest 1 for the middle of the body, chest 2 for the top of the body, then neck, then head 1, head 2, and end. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is how we are going to split the bone structure, and we will see from where to start and how to start. And this is our character. I have circulated this character. You can download this from the link. This character is made of Maya 2012, so it will be easily opening in your, it will easily open in your 2016 version. Okay, so don't panic. For this character we are going to set up all the bones. Before that, right, we are going to end up like this. We are going to finish all our rig like this. So before that, take this character, select the rig, select the mesh, create an empty layer, add the selected object, and I'm going to give the name as Sam Geometry, GEO. Okay, so now let us start setting bones. Okay, now just come to front view. Change the display into wireframe mode, and for this I'm going to create a root control. here in the middle of the hip it is going to be created. From there, leg, left leg, right leg, spinal cord, right hand and left hand controls are going to be created. So for that, this area we need to create a base joint which is called as root joint. So I'm going to create a root control starting from here. Okay, I'm starting from here. So I'm coming to the front view. Now you know very well, change it into rigging tab and create joints, reset the tool. I'm going to click here in the middle, joint 1, joint 2, this is root, this is left thigh and this is left knee. Then before clicking on the leg for the ankle, okay, come to the right view, click on the ankle, then this is called ball roll. Okay, I will explain what is a ball roll. This is ball joint and this is toe joint. That's all. Okay, so now I have created one simple structure. I think I need to reposition few of my joints. I'm not comfortable where few of my joints were placed. I think I should reposition few of my joints. So I'm selecting my first joint, press W, press and hold D. I'm going to move it little bit up. Okay, see, when I turn off this and come to the side view, there should be a bend. Okay, your joint should not be, your middle of the knee joint should not be very straight. Okay, it should be somewhere little bit bent towards the forward. If it is like this, right, if it is like this, you will be facing problem in IK handle. Okay, I will explain how. Okay, say for example, I'm taking the IK handle, I'm clicking here in the hip, clicking here in the ankle, and if this knee joint is little bit forward, okay, only then this IK handle will work in forward. Okay, work properly. I will do it again. If this knee joint is straight, if you are creating this in a very straight position, you will see what will happen. I'll take IK handle, I will click here, again I will click here, you can see the problem. Okay, the leg is folding in the back way, which is not possible for a human being. So this is how it should be, right? And I think I should reposition each and every joint before creating the joint structure for the other side, because we are going to duplicate the same structure. We are not going to create one by one step for the other leg. We are going to simply make a duplicate of this of the other side. So I'm just going to press C, press D and keep it exactly to the tip. I think my root joint, the radius size is very small. I want to increase. And again, I think, see, all the joints are of different sizes. Okay, so I think I should give proper sizing 0.7, because the same structure is going to be replicated or going to be copied for the other leg. So keep all the joints in the same size. Excuse me. Well, this is fine for me. If you want, you can make the joint size bigger. Okay, that is for your convenience. Okay, now we need to give proper naming for the joints. So I'm going to select this root joint, click here, give the name root joint, click on this thigh. I'm just going to give, it is a left leg thigh. Okay, anyway, thigh is a part of leg, so no need to mention it as leg. So left thigh, then left knee, then left ankle. Again, I'm coming to perspective view. This is left ankle, and this is left ball, and this is left toe, toe, left toe. Okay, we have given proper namings. Now what? Again, I need to give some change or correction in the position. Okay, see, when I'm coming to perspective view, I can see the joint is traveling straightly from ankle, ball to tip. Ankle, ball, tip. But look at the position of the feet. Look at the position of the feet. It is not straight. Okay, it is little bit in a different position. Okay, so for that, according to that, I need to reposition the joints. Okay, so I'm selecting this joint, I'm just moving it to the center, and also here I'm moving it to the center, and check all the sides. See, the joint may come little bit outside, no problem, but if it goes inside, the influence of this joint will end here itself. You can see my mouse pointer. The other portion of the skin will have no influence. Okay, so it will be again a problem. So let us keep it a few millimeters outside of the skin no problem, right? And I hope it is very clear for you. See, similarly, check for all the joints whether it is placed properly exactly in the needed position. The knee is in the knee, okay. It is the root, it is the thigh, okay, good. Now I'm going to make it for the other side, but I'm not going to create it. As I told, I'm going to duplicate it. But there is a procedure how to duplicate, right? So for that, I'm going to turn off my skin, select this joint, okay, select the thigh joint, not the root joint. Select the thigh joint and I am going to give mirror. So root is a parent, thigh is a child. So if I give mirror joint for thigh, I will get another child in this side for the root joint. Okay, so I'm going to select this thigh, go to the menu skeleton, go to the menu skeleton. There you can see an option called mirror joints. Mirror joints. I'm just giving reset. Excuse me. See, when you select this and if you give mirror, there is some option called XY, YZ and XZ. That is mirroring axis. Mirroring axis. Okay, if I give XY in the default value, I'm giving mirror. I'm going to perspective view and show you what happened. See, the mirroring happened in the facing the backward, okay, facing the back of the human body, right? So this is not what we needed. So this mirroring should come this side. So I'm just going to Control Z. I'm going to open this. Sorry, where is it? Yes, I'm going to the mirror joints. I'm going to check for the change of axis. So instead of XY, I'm going to give YX. Okay. Then if I give mirror, I can get something like this. But see, it is a very clear parent. Root is the parent. This left structure is the child, right structure is another child. But what is the problem here? After giving mirror, when I select this, I can see the name left thigh. But when I select this, what is the problem? It is showing left thigh 1. So again, I need to select each and every joint and I should give name for every joint. Okay, it is a time taking task because we are going to do it for the spinal cord, for the left hand, for the right hand. Okay, so to overcome that problem, I'm going to undo. Okay, now again I'm selecting this. I'm going to skeleton, go to mirror joints. There is an option called search for and replace with. So I'm going to give search for capital L, replace with capital R. So this capital L, left thigh, so it will be appearing in the opposite side as right thigh. This L will be replaced with this R. Okay, I'm going to give mirror. This is left thigh, this is right thigh. You can see the change. You can see right knee, this is left knee. So this L has been replaced with the R. Okay, left ankle, right ankle. See, it is case sensitive. If you are going to replace the capital letter L with capital letter R, it will work. It will not work with any lower or uppercase randomly. It will work with which case you have given. If it is uppercase, it will work with uppercase. So just be careful and cautious before giving. Okay, now things are perfect. Okay, the lower body setup is fine. Save it. Now we are going to start connecting the upper body. From this route, I'm going to take 4 options till the neck. It is like I'm going to take abs, sorry, from here to lower back, abs, chest 1 and chest 2. So for that, I'm coming to right view. Go to any side view. Okay, any side view. See, watch carefully. I'm going to take the joints, reset it. Before that, I'm going to turn off this geometry. Simply click on this root joint. It will automatically get connected. I'm going to click on this root joint. Then turn on the geometry. Again, I'm coming back. I'm going to click here little bit slanting. Okay, it should not be in a straight line. It should look little bit back. Okay, this is lower back. This is abs. This is chest 1 and this is chest 2 and this is neck. This is head 1 and this is head 2 and this is head 3. Give enter. After giving enter, see, still I need to rearrange my bone structure. That we will do it. Before that, why do we need this head 1? Okay, from here we are going to take a joint to the jaw and this head 2, from here we are going to take 2 joints, okay, for 2 eyeballs. Okay, and this is the top. Right, now it is time for us to adjust the skeleton structure. Okay, now I'm going to perspective view. I'm going to select the joint 1. It is showing joint 1. I'm coming to the right view, the joint 1. I'm going to, is joint 1 is in right position. Joint 2, I'm going to bring little bit back. Chest 1, I'm going to bring little bit top, little bit back, and chest 2, I'm going to bring little bit top, sorry, yeah, little bit top, you can come to the front view and see whether the chest is in middle. If you select like this, see, this is the chest. Okay, this area is the throat, under that this area is the chest, so the chest to joint should be here in middle. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it is there in this middle. Then this is the neck. Going to come to the right view. Again, I'm going to move the neck little bit back, little bit up. Again, I'm coming to the front view. I'm pulling the entire, I'm not going to press the D because D moves only one joint. Now I'm going to move it. See, I'm turning off the mesh. You can see I'm going to move it entirely in the middle of the mesh. Okay, see, don't get confused because of the center point. See, in when compared to the grid, the character design is not in the middle. Okay, the bone structure has came along with the grid, so it is in the middle. But what we need it to align according to the character. So I'm just going to bring it to the center of the face of the character. Okay, now it is exactly in the center. Okay, that's all. And I think I need to give adjustment little bit, small adjustments. Press D and I'm going to move the chest little bit, and I'm going to move this neck a little bit so that it won't be too much awkward. Okay, it is fine. And now what am I going to do? As usual, we know we need to give proper naming. So this is the root joint and this is abs, ABS, and this is, sorry, yeah, this is lower back, lower back, LOW, back, low back, and this is abs, ABS, and this is chest 1, and this is chest 2, and this is neck, this is head 1, head 2, head 3. That's all. And I'm coming to right view. When I turn off this geometry, I can see the neck is too much back and the chest came little bit front. I want to give proper curve for this. So I'm going to move the chest little bit back. I'm going to bring the neck little bit forward. I'm going to adjust the head little bit back. When I turn on this, yes, it looks fine. I'm going to bring it little bit inside. Okay, this is fine. This is how our bone structure should be. Okay, so now we have created, save this file. Now we have created the bone structure for both the legs and the spinal cord. Now we are going to create it for the arms, shoulder and fingers. Okay, so to create shoulder joints from shoulder, wrist, elbow and fingers. Okay, I'm just going to come to the top view. Come to the top view, turn on the geometry. Come to the top view, turn on the geometry, then start creating in the top view. What will happen if you start creating in the top view? If I'm going to take this create joint, and in the top view if I'm clicking on here, actually it will appear in the bottom. Okay, but no problem, we will move it and keep it here. Then we will joint it to the spinal cord. Okay, because we need proper visual clarity for creating the joint structure, we are going to create it in the top view. I'm just going to start here. Okay, this is the shoulder. Okay, this area, my mouse pointer, I'm going to select joint tool, going to give click on here, shoulder and elbow and wrist, then one more joint here for palm. From there, so and also we are going to give proper naming for each finger joint. Okay, so what is the name of this finger? This is thumb finger, thumb, thumb finger. This is index finger or forefinger, we can say index finger. This is mid finger or middle finger. This is ring finger, and this is the pink finger. The small finger is pink finger, we can call it as pinky. Usually they used to call it as pinky in professional rigs. So this is a pink finger. We will start with pink finger. Okay, I'm just going to click in the base, in the mid, in the tip, which is before the nail, and in the end, and I'm going to give enter. See, the problem I'm facing is the size of the joints. Okay, so I'm not comfortable with the size of the joints, so I'm going to delete this joints. I'm going to create it again. Okay, I'm going to take the joint tool, reset the joint tool. I'm just going to reduce the short bone. See, if I'm clicking like this, it is big. I'm going to reduce the bone radius. It is 0.50, so I'm going to make 0.2250. Okay, this size is okay for me. Okay, so let it be here. From here we are going to start from palm to the base to the mid to the tip to the end. Okay, see, wherever we need bend, there we need to create a joint. Okay, base, mid, base, mid, tip and end. Okay, so here again I feel the size of the joint is big. I'm going to reduce it 0.2, and again I'm going to reduce it 0.2. Now reposition it The base is in right position, I think. The mid, I should bring it little bit back. I should bring little bit back. This is the tip. Tip, again, where we are going to click the tip. It is just below the nails. We are having nails right in our hand. Just below the nails, click for the tip. And at the end of the skin, click for the end. Okay, so here we are having an hectic job. Okay, because we need to, with no compromise, we need to give naming for each and every joints. 1 2 3 4, again 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3. Okay, so before that we will start, yeah, we will finish giving all the joints. Again, I'm selecting here, base, mid, tip and end. Enter. Again, I'm clicking on this joint. Again, I'm coming here, base, mid, tip and end. Okay, the position has been little bit not comfortable. I'm changing it. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to bring it inside. Why we need to align all those things is because the other side we are going to replicate it. Still it will be having a different position in the other side. After replicating it, there we can make little bit adjustments. So again, I'm going to click on the palm, going to come the base, mid, tip and end. So this base, I think I should move a little bit inside. It is a time taking task because this is how you can achieve proper proper influence over the skin. Okay, so this is the mid, this is the tip, this is the end. Right, again, but when it comes to thumb finger, we don't need 1 2 3 4 joints. We need how many joints? Starting from the palm, coming to the base, mid and directly to the end. That's all. So here I should adjust the position. See, I want to tell you one thing. You should definitely have a lot of patience when you are learning rigging, because we need to watch each and every joints and positioning very carefully. Okay, now let us finish giving names for this joints. Again, it is a time taking task, but there is no other option, we should do it. Okay, I will start from here. This joint is called joint 4. Okay, I'm just giving it a name, left palm, PALM. Then this is left pink finger, so left L underscore pink underscore base. left pink base joint. Okay, and I will turn off this geometry. Now I'm going to give left pink mid, left pink tip, and again left pink end. So for this mid finger again, I'm just doing it left mid base, left mid finger, left mid. Okay, same like this. Then left mid finger tip, left mid finger end. Do it fast. Left index, index, left index base, left index mid, left index tip, left index end. Again to the thumb finger, left thumb base, left thumb mid, then left thumb end. That's all. Of it has taken some 5 to 10 minutes, but we should do it. Okay, there is no alternate. Okay, then we should give proper naming. Here we know the naming of these joints. It is shoulder joint. We saw in the first class itself, shoulder, elbow and wrist. So I'm coming to the shoulder, giving the name left shoulder, then left elbow, left wrist. Fine. We have given proper naming and we have adjusted the finger positions, but still it is not exactly in the position because we are creating it in the top view. Okay, so when I turn on the geometry it may look fine, but when I go to perspective you can see my arm skeleton is in the floor. So to position it, I'm just going to bring it to the top by coming to the front view. Come to the front view, select the shoulder, left shoulder joint, select, see, do not move it somewhere like this. Okay, we will lose the positioning of the fingers. Okay, from y-axis view we have done this, right? From this view we need to adjust it again. So don't move something like this. Just straight away bring it to the top. I'm giving press F, getting closer. Now I need to rotate it. See, don't use this kind of random rotation. You can see all the axes in my channel box is rotating, right? I'm going to rotate in which way I need. Okay, it is only in rotate Z axis. This is what we need, the gimbal rotation. But anyway, we are comfortable with finding proper rotation here itself now. So I am just rotating it. Rotation X, sorry, Z. After rotating it, still we may lose from the top view, we may lose the position. I think I need to bring this elbow joint little bit. This wrist joint I need to bring little bit here. This palm, I feel the palm is fine. The wrist joint I should bring it little bit more here, closer to the wrist. When I'm going to perspective, I can see it should be exactly in the wrist. Okay, I should little bit take it back. So don't hesitate to spend time on positioning the joints. Okay, I feel this is the place where I can set my wrist. Now you can see the joints from the top view, they are looking good, but here it is looking uncomfortable. So I'm just going to position it again. I'm just selecting the palm, selecting the rotation, come to the front view. I'm going to again, all the axes are getting rotated. Okay, but no problem unless you do not lose the position. Okay, I think after this rotation I can see all the joints are inside the fingers. I have done a rotation, so in that way all the joints went inside the fingers except the thumb. So for that again I am going back to wireframe mode, selecting the thumb. Okay, press no need to press T. I'm selecting the thumb. I'm just pulling it down and I'm going to rotate it again. I'm going to rotate it inside. Now if I press 5, I can see the bone is inside, but what I feel is the alignment should be more proper. Now I am coming to the top view. I think it should come little bit forward. So just selecting this base, just pulling it little bit here, and I'm selecting the middle, press D and pull it little bit to this curvature before or just below the nails, and select the tip or end. Sorry, this is the end here, so bring it to the edge. But see what I told, all the joints should be a little bit placed outside the skin. So for that we need to really rework again. Yeah, this should be our position. Yes, again selecting this, pulling it to the tip, pulling this tip little bit below the nail, pulling this again to the tip, pulling this below to the nail, pulling the pink finger control here, pulling the mid below the tip, below the nail. Okay, now if I go to perspective view, in my perspective view, I feel everything is perfectly aligned. Better we need to see for the bottom placements also. So again I'm going to press 5. Almost everything is perfect. Okay, if you want I can put little bit this joints upper, because this joints are in the bottom. I can simply shift select this joints and I'm going to press 4 little bit to the top. Okay, this is fine. Right, all right, we are done with the save it. We are done with the left side arm structure, and we need to do it, we need to replicate it to the right side. But before that we need one joint which is, or which should act as a bridge between the spinal cord and the shoulder. Okay, see, we cannot directly link this shoulder to this chest 2 joint. Okay, we can see it is chest 2 in the spinal cord. It is chest 2, this joint. We cannot simply link this, because see, I will show the example what I did. We need this shoulder control. Okay, and this shoulder joint actually controls the biceps, not the shoulder. And if we directly connect it to the chest, it will control or influence this part of the body. Okay, the chest part. Okay, not the shoulder part. So for that we need one bone. Okay, right? That is how we saw it in the reference. It is called clavicle, right? This clavicle, what I told us, a collarbone in practical names. So I'm just going to come to front view. I'm going to create a collarbone, a collar joint. I'm going to create a joint, a single joint. I'm just going to, it should not be very straight in the line. Okay, you can place it little bit in the top. This is the straight line. Take the middle, go little bit top, and simply click and enter. See, again the problem is the joint size. I have reduced it. I'm just making it 0.7. Okay, now I'm going to give the name left underscore collar, collar, right? See, left collar. Okay, this bone, you can see this bone. Okay, so for that, so how to connect this to this and this to this? So this is the child, this is the parent. Child, shift select the parent, give P. You know it very well. Then this is the child, left collar, and this chest 2 is the parent. Select this, shift select this, select the left collarbone, hold shift and press and hold shift and select this chest joint and press P. Right. Okay, now I feel the shoulder bone has came too much inside. So I think I should move it. So I'm going to select the D, press D, and I'm going to move the shoulder bone, yeah, shoulder joint. Okay, this is fine because the collar joint should come little bit this side. So I'm just going to select the collar joint. Yes. Now I feel this is fine. Right, everything is fine here. Now how to duplicate? Save the file. How to duplicate? I want a child for this chest. Okay, that should be right collarbone followed by right hand joints and controls, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, and all these things. So for that, I'm going to select this left collar. You know it very well. Go to skeleton, go to mirror joints, and already we have given some inputs when we are creating mirror joint for our legs. Okay, so we have created the replacement for L with R, left with right, the alphabet, and we have set proper access to mirror. So simply I'm going to give mirror. See, now I got exactly the same structure. This is left collar. When I click here, it shows right collar, right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right palm, everything. See, we have taken time to give proper naming, but it saved a lot of our time. Okay, that is why from the beginning itself I'm just insisting proper naming is very much important. But still we may have some issues. Okay, when I'm clicking on this geometry, when I press 5, I can see the finger joints are a little bit outside. It is because this particular model is not 100% symmetrical. There is some problem. There may be some kind of mismatch in the geometry, but that we can overcome by giving proper bones and joints. Okay, so again I'm coming to the front view. I'm taking wireframe mode again. So this is left collar, right collar. See, left collar, right collar. I'm going to bring it little bit outside. I'm going to move it little bit. Yes. Now I'm going to reposition. What are all the positions are needed to be repositioned? Okay. So I think here it is fine, but here the elbow has came too much above, so I'm going to push it down. And even here I think I can push a little bit inside. Okay, this is fine. This thing I can push a little bit inside. This wrist joint I can move it here, actually in the place of the watch, what it is like here actually. So I'm just going to bring it here. Now again the problem is aligning the fingers. Okay, so I'm going to move little bit. Sorry, Oh, what happened? Yes, W, press W. I'm going to move it a little bit. I'm going to rotate it. Again, I'm going to move it. Again, I'm going to rotate it a little. Going to the perspective view. Press 5, and I'm going to see it. Going to press 4. Going to the top. I think everything is fine now. I can move a little bit outside, a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go to 4, press 4, move a little bit here. Fine, everything is perfect. Okay, so coming to the front view. What happens if I adjust this chest to the middle? See, the proportion is getting changed. So we should create the bone structure according to the geometry, right? For your assignment or test which I have planned, I will give a different human model. Okay, with this model you practice that model. In that model the mesh will not be triangulate. Okay, here the modeler made it, converted it into triangulate, so it will be not comfortable for paint weight tool, for applying paint weight tool that comes after skinning. Okay, that is an advanced level. For that you can use a different character which I will give for setting bones and basic creating controllers and all these things. Okay, creating what, creating a rig like this. Okay, right, you practice with this character. Okay, we are going to do all of these things in our upcoming classes, and I think this is enough for today's class, right? Initially it will be what, time taking. You need to spend minute, uh, no, it is like you need to spend very sharp what values to adjust. Okay, some 0.0 something like that, we need to move the bones and joints to adjust the values. But anyway, this is for your I think this is enough for today's class, and we will see to the continuation. Okay, thanks. See, it should be like this, and also check for proper naming. Okay, it is fine. Next class we will see IK handles and all these things. Yes, thank you.